Go Wadi.
So Wadi on Mewtwo, Midnight, Rosalina, and Luma. Looks like they're starting on Battlefield here. A little interesting first stage selection here, I think. You'd think that the platforms would benefit Rosalina as far as the combo effect, all the up airs on the platforms, but we'll see what Wadi can pull out here. It's a good start, getting rid of Luma and putting on a lot of damage.
You know, Mewtwo is actually not a character who really struggles with getting juggled too much, but Battlefield makes it impossible to juggle him simply by the premise of he has the teleport cancels available to him. He has so many options from the ledge. He can go up, he can go down. You see, it's just really difficult for Rosalina to get a lock on him. And they both have the advantage of being able to turn invisible when they use their air dodge. So Mewtwo's going to be able to get out of a lot of those juggle situations thanks to Battlefield. Is he going to be able to get the follow-ups and conversions like he needs? That's what we're going to have to see.
Once again, Wadi taking care of Luma and just opening up his lead even farther. Midnight playing pretty well without Luma, though, not getting hit, landing the grab, and that gives him time for the Luma to come back now.
For sure. Wadi trying to make something happen here. A downer is not going to put Luma into tumble there, and he's having a difficult time finding his way in on this Rosalina, but a missed space there is going to give him the opening he's looking for. Can he convert? I love it. He takes his time there with the platform pressure, but Rosalina with a very smooth neutral air out will convert herself into some stage control, and that's going to score an F smash.
And that forward smash looks so scary, only 94%, but Mewtwo almost going off the screen there. And that just shows you how, first of all, how light Mewtwo is, second lightest character in the game, but also how strong these smash attacks with Luma are.
Really difficult to utilize that Aura Sphere here. Excuse me, Aura Sphere, what am I even talking about, Osmo? The Shadow Ball here.
They're very similar. Shadow Ball's a little better. Up air from Wadi.
But as I was going to say, of course, Rosalina has a lot of tools to combat that. Luma sometimes tanking attacks for her if Luma's out in front. And, of course, having the gravity field from Rosalina to also defend against this. Now, that's an interesting interaction, though, because Shadow Ball is, I believe, like 20%, 22%, something like this. And that's half of Luma's HP. A little more, actually. So,
yeah, in general,
Luma can't block it.
Yeah. I think Midnight would really want to try to use the gravitational pull if possible, but it is punishable if Wadi is ready and close enough. So
yeah,
sometimes maybe you'll have to bite the bullet and take the Luma hit. And as you see here, it doesn't take too long for Luma to come back, but that Shadow Ball sealing the game.
That was like a homing Shadow Ball. It went over Luma and then dipped down to hit Rosalina underneath the platform. You know, you have to be very conscientious of how you're recovering. Make sure that you want to sweet spot that edge. It just only took a little bit more time to fall down nice and safe and just get a sweet spot up B. You know, Wadi not really in a position to punish this option, but you get a little bit lazy in some spots. You decide, oh, I can just jump back up to the edge, and you see your stock surprisingly disappear. Hopefully that's going to be something Midnight cleans up for the next game. What other improvements do you think we need to see from him so that we can see a game 3 here?
Well, so I think at the start of the game he was playing fantastically. But then that second stock, it seemed like it went by so quickly. And Wadi really just took over momentum and just ran with it, which is something that Wadi as a player does all the time. But Midnight really needs to control the stage. Be careful with those Shadow Balls, as we saw it took out the stock, and it also can take out Luma, but maybe find a way to try and punish Wadi, not allow him to charge these Shadow Balls.
Yeah, I definitely would say that we can see Wadi has a stellar offense from this game so far. You can see he's pressing the attack, beating out the shield with a command grab, beating out the jump with an up air. You see Wadi is just on top of Rosalina at all times, but his defense has not really been challenged. You know, he's proven himself offensively, but Midnight's not giving him any questions defensively. Can we see Midnight maybe start to push the attack a little bit? Can we see him start trying to convert some hits and really say, hey, listen, this is a 2-player game, and I want to get some hits in of my own. You know, I want to push the button a little bit as well. Something I would like to see from Midnight, and something that we're seeing right now, as he put some pressure on the edge of the stage, but Mewtwo just allowed to land on the platform for free, not a lot of pressure going on.
And Midnight, I feel like, is doing a good job of mixing. Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, bro, he died at 78.
That's how strong Luma is, I was saying. But Midnight doing a fantastic job of mixing up his he's acting like he's playing defensively. He's sitting back in stage, letting Wadi kind of run, and then immediately switching to an offensive attack. So trying to bait Wadi into something. And it's worked so far. That Luma attack was exactly an example of that.
Yeah, sometimes that's just all you need. Wadi answers right back with a forward air at the edge. Now one more stock away from this victory potentially, but Midnight has himself in a great position. Dash attack here is going to set up into a potential up air. Air dodge not red, but a frame trap coming out. Now Midnight looking to make some more stuff happen. I'm seeing Midnight play a very stationary game, and this is something that's common of Rosalina's because you need to be very conscious of how you use your movement for Luma control, but I would like to see just a tad bit more movement from Midnight. He's doing a great job keeping up this pressure, and I don't want him to let the pressure off of Wadi here, because if he does, then Wadi's going to be able to open up that stellar offense we were seeing earlier. As long as Midnight is able to sustain this advantageous state, we could see Midnight bring it into the next game.
Yeah, it's looking good now with the aggression from Midnight. He's landing the hits he needs, catching Wadi off guard.
Nice discipline from Wadi there, just saying, you know what, screw this, I'm going to teleport to the ledge, jumps up and lands on the platform. Let himself generate some resource with a Shadow Ball. He'll take his time here, landing back on the stage. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to try and fake my way down to the center of the stage. If I can't make it, fine, I'll just go back to the platform. And he does manage to get back down to the ground, but a gravity field's going to absorb that Shadow Ball.
Wonderful timing from Midnight.
And Wadi is trying to make something happen here. Midnight just doing a very good job of zoning him out. Wadi finds his way in with a neutral air. Now he's in the driver's seat.
With the full Shadow Ball as well. You know that's going to KO soon.
Yeah. There's Luma sent flying, but then Mewtwo sent flying. Midnight will take the second game.
And it looks like the aggression that we saw from Midnight able to do the job.
Yeah. Sometimes that's really what it's all about. You see a lot of these top players, and when they get in their zone, they're able to just pressure you. They can just cut you down. Your defense is not prepared. But once you start taking a little bit of the initiative right there, you can see anybody's able to crack under the right amount of pressure. And Midnight did an excellent job bringing the heat to Wadi right there, utilizing a lot of jab combos, a lot of Luma combos, and then a lot of zoning out, not letting Wadi get back into the center of the stage at all, and then just really carrying out that entire second stock the way you want it to in excellent fashion.
We saw Wadi getting juggled even with how good Mewtwo's air dodge is, best in the game as far as frame data goes, other than Bat Within maybe, if you want to count that. But even so, Rosalina able to juggle Mewtwo up in the air, throwing out those up air frame traps, and then landing the next one with Luma. But here we are on Final Destination for the last game of the set.
A little surprised to see FD come out here, to be completely honest with you. I think that Rosalina's juggles are very complimented on this stage, but Wadi feels otherwise perhaps. He's got a big crowd behind him. You can hear the cheers out from here. Let's go Wadi, erupting throughout the entire arena.
It's good opening damage here, 36 already. On Midnight, another Nair. Keeping Midnight off stage without Luma here. Back now.
And Wadi bets it all right there. Goes for the offstage forward air. Not going to find it, but still doing a great job of keeping up his pressure. Dukes into the inside of Luma. I like the down tilt from Midnight coming right there instead of the whiff dash grab, because Wadi was aware of his spacing.
And once again, this is just Wadi in control. Midnight not able to apply any offense. Gets down air on stage, and that's the stock.
Wow. Wadi with the game 3 power bonus, the crowd behind him. Midnight struggling a little bit. We need to see the aggression come out. We need to see Midnight deciding he wants to fight back, put his hands on Wadi, get a little damage in there, and not just making things easy for him. And now we do see it. As soon as Midnight starts to turn up, the damage does come pouring out.
Midnight just having so much trouble with these Mewtwo Nairs. Such a great way to open up your opponent.
It does lose to Rosalina's forward air, so we could see the potential for him to start adjusting the way that he's using his own aerials to really start to answer that option. There you go.
Right, as you called it, Pierce. Midnight in control here. He is down a lot.
I'm looking for a smash attack, and so is Midnight. Wadi had it scouted out, though. Gets the dodge behind, has an opportunity here, but Luma from downtown gonna send Wadi off the stage. Can we find the kill? Midnight not even waiting for a kill setup, just throwing out these smash attacks, desperate to get that second stock off. Nice Shadow Claw right there from Wadi.
Now without Luma, it's going to be that much harder to actually seal the stock. Nice tech, keeping Midnight in the game. But Wadi's still in control.
Cross-up roll here from Midnight. Wadi looking to end it himself. A throw off the stage is going to buy a lot of time. By the time these two players interact again, Luma will be back, and there she blows. But a Shadow Ball.
A grab, is that it?
That's it. 2 stocked.
Wadi, 2-1 victory. And such a strong showing that game 3. Just completely overrunning Midnight. The offense way too strong out of the Mewtwo.
Yeah, he definitely said, I can levitate, get these platforms out of my way. Final Destination being an excellent counter pick from there. He definitely knew exactly what he was getting himself into there, and he managed to do it up in a big way. Definitely showed a lot of control, a lot of dominance in that stage. Not having ambiguous landings to mix him up, really was able to open him up